Hi, this is Ninjas to Own Source, and I'm gonna show you today how to make a simple boxcar for noobs. So if you're new to the game, I'll show you a few tricks that are well known among the community, but although you are a new player, you may not know the tricks. So first off, I'm going to spawn like a simple crate. Even though it's destructible, I wouldn't suggest spawning crates and destructible objects for building in multiplayer, because you'll just get some player come by and shoot it or whatever. So I think I'm going to just use this, a vending machine. And of course, if you don't know, E is to rotate. I can rotate it and control it around. And you can use Shift and E. You hold Shift and E, and you can snap it to simple locations and 45-degree angles. So I'm going to just snap it to that. And it's good to have this because if you have everything snapped, you know it's all in line and nice and everything. I think I'll just use some construction, some of this stuff today, because you might not have this. Might have Phoenix mod, but that's a little big, so I think so's that. But make sure you get it centered, because obviously you can see I don't have it quite centered, which isn't good. So I'm gonna wanna make sure I get this centered. But it's all the more reason to use PHX, because PHX models, they have a little center points, so you know exactly where the center is. Just something that's really annoying. So go ahead and access this. You put it on here and do that 3 more times, of course, or 4 wheels, or however many wheels you would like to put on your awesome vending machine car thing. Make sure you have them all relatively to the same area on the car. Otherwise, you get a flip-floppy thing. And it's kind of bouncy. Boing. But, let's see. And if you make sure it's snapped, and if you if you like have a bunch of pieces that are like frozen and you don't know like which one's which, in this case it's very obvious, but if you have a big building or whatever, you can just release them all by selecting the object or a part of an object that's connected to the whole thing, and you just press R and it unfreezes everything with that. So okay, so we have our wheels and we have our chassis, which is in this case the vending machine, and we're going to, this is just normally what I do. It's easy, and I know there's a lot of other ways, but this is just the easiest, most noobish way to do it. You take a thruster, and obviously you would not want that much power, because that's extremely, you'd just make it go flying. But the weight tool is good because you can see how much, add up all the stuff that weighs, how much the stuff weighs in your machine, or whatever. And then you can determine how much you need, but I don't have it installed, so I'm just gonna take a gander here and see. Say about maybe 100 would be good. You don't want it too fast, but it really all depends on what you want. But you don't want it super fast, because that's just ridiculous. And you choose whatever model you want for the thruster. And I just like the cans because they're easy to hide and not too tacky. But you can use anything you want. A trash can. Looks kind of like a exhaust. So you can put effects on it. Smoke, flames, rings, plasma, blah. I just like no effects, and I turn off the sound because it's extremely annoying. And usually other players do not like to hear everywhere, because it's just extremely annoying. But I'm going to go ahead and put flames just for the cause. And this cool trash can. And on the side you wouldn't, and then you'd also want to make sure you have it programmed correctly. As you can see, I have the push set to 8, so it moves forward and back, pushes and pulls when you push 8 and 2, which is what I have programmed. Right now I'm going to program this side, and I'm obviously going to change the model because this is a little ridiculous, and I think I'll do this. Now get rid of the flames, because flames just don't look good coming out of this small of an object, especially on the side. It's just ridiculous. So you'd want to put something like maybe plasma, because it's like something that you just kind of can see that's like adjustment, but it's not really a huge flame or anything. Alright, and I have it set to push 4 and pull 6. So when I push 4, which is if I'm looking at it in this direction, I'm gonna want it to go left. So 4 is left, and then 6 is right. And you're gonna be about 1,000. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. There we go. Sometimes you have to give it a little oomph, if you know what I mean. But he's not too speedy, and he's not too out of control, so you can still control him. Ow. And, whoops. So, we have our vending machine, simple car here. And if you just want to hide the can, you can go into the, like if you have a thruster that's just tacky and you don't want it to be there, and you have no effects set so it doesn't make any effects, you go ahead and go to the color tool and pretty colors, but also this allows you to make it transparent so you can completely not see this object. But you can if you highlight over it, so you can still find it again. As you can see, I don't see anything now, but then as soon as I get over it, it tells you, it shows you. And you press R again on it to put it exactly how it was. And if you want to, you can go ahead and put a seat, and that would be over here in the Vehicles tab. And you can select any seat you want. And in this case, I would like to be a fancy man, and I will have this chair as my seat. Because in Gary's mod, you can do whatever the hell you want. Unless you get a grumpy admin who's like, oh my god, I don't like that, I'm going to delete it. But of course, they're usually 12 years old if they do that. I've seen some pretty immature people, but here we go. Oh my god, back here. So I'd want to go and easy weld, because of course I can't live without easy weld. Well, I can, but it just really depends on the situation in which you use easy weld. And all that does is right now I select the point where I want to weld, and then it shows you a little preview thing where it's going to be. Once you hit it again on wherever you want to stick it, it immediately goes there. And then right now, as you can see, I can't turn my person. All I'm turning right now is the object that I have set, and so I can edit the rotation of where it's at. And then you click the fire button again, and it's done. And that's the easy weld tool. Now undo that. There we go. And I can go ahead and get in this awesome chair. And I think that'll conclude everything for this tutorial on how to create noobish things that are easy and like to bounce.